So this will be kind of my second kind of tutorial on how to DG when you're traveling. So arrived in Bangkok. If you're in Bangkok or you're thinking of traveling to Bangkok and you want to do some cold approach, I've been here almost a week, and this is possibly one of the best spots to game that I have discovered. It's called Siam Station. You see up there, SIAM Station, and massive. There's shopping centers everywhere. If you have a look up there, you can get a glimpse of how big the place is over here. On the other side there's a lot as well. So I'm just going to show you where I discovered is a great spot to Daygame, a good little vantage point. So this is a station. You come in and you know, like that's pretty big. Look at that, it's massive. And you know, I've been gaming here continuously for the last almost week. I haven't been here quite a week yet. I've tried many stations all around the place. And so this is where you come in. And you know, you can go up the stairs there. You can walk down this main spot here. You can go up there. I'm going to be very specific in my advice today. And obviously I'm not teaching you how to, I'm giving you fish for a day. So if you were to come here to game, I'm going to show you where I think that you should set up to Daygame. But obviously I'm not going to teach you how I came to the conclusion and picked this specific spot. So as you can see, it goes all the way down to the bottom, and it goes outside. It goes outside down there. So a lot of people, they come in through, they arrive at the station, they walk down. Now, you could probably spend a whole day or even a whole week walking around this mall, you know, just day gaming, chasing your tail around and around and around, which I bet a lot of day gamers do. But I recommend, as you can see, it starts to quiet here. It's a little bit more quiet. Here's not a bad little spot. You can probably sit over there as well. There's a few little seats here. You can sit all along there. And as you can see, you can sit on this here, and you can see there's people sitting over there as well. What I recommend is you pick a little vantage point like this. You grab yourself some water, and you see these two girls coming through. There's another two behind them. They're coming out of the station, and this is such a massive shopping center that girls will travel upwards of an hour to arrive here. And instead of running up and down and going all over the place, and then going, you can see there's level. This place is massive. It is huge. You can walk around for hours. So the most effective way to Daygame in Bangkok, and this is probably one of the best spots in Bangkok, you sit like this, like right here, and you can see there's another batch of people coming through, and you can see there's girls coming through, you see? And what you do is you sit here and wait for an approach. It means that they've just arrived in the shopping center. It means that they've got a lot more time. It means that they're going to be here for quite a long time. And if you come here, say, morning or lunchtime, you'll be able to get a lot of instant dates by approaching girls that have just arrived, and approach and walk and talk down. There's less pressure here too. As you can see, there's like hardly anyone here. You see? And they walk all the way down. This is where I've had the most success and the most solid numbers is, like you see this one in the striped. You know, this one's hot. Actually, I might stop the video and actually approach her. But you can see girls like this walking in, then it's like, okay, well, make the approach, go all the way down to the bottom, stick in set all the way down to the bottom, and you can go As you can see, this one's really, really hot. Go all the way down to the bottom. And you know, you can do like a day game, sort of like instant date. You can, you know, instant date and then try to pull maybe. There's a whole range of different things, but this is a great little vantage point in my opinion. So I've walked all over the mall. There's a few little spots like this, but this has the largest amount of flow. It's possibly the most efficient. And this shopping complex, this whole area around Siam Station, from what I've seen in the week, over time, if I was to spend a lot more time here, which I will be, I would find good little DG spots all over the place. But you also, DG can be very inefficient if you're running around chasing your tail. So what you try to do is make it as efficient as possible. And as you can see, there's a new batch coming in from the train station, and you can just pick off approaches on your way down. I've learned quite a lot about how the girls around here behave, and a lot of the white guys here, they come here, they go to an area called Asok or Sukhumvit, another place called Terminal 21. That's where the trash go. That's where most white guys go. And so if you make an approach around there, most of these girls are going to get insulted over there and say, no, no, no. And your hook rate's going to be lower because they're going to assume that you're just going to offer them money. So Daygame in the Terminal 21, the most famous areas where all the white guys go, doesn't really work. Around here, they're a lot wealthier. As you can see, there's some higher priced brands. There's a lot of expensive brands around here. I think that says Lobster over there. Although there's Crocs over there, and Crocs are really cheap, but there's a lot of high-end brands here. And you can see that there's a higher quality girl. You're not going to find these girls light-skinned, educated, working, intelligent, hardworking, good girls. You're not going to find them in Terminal 21. You're going to find girls that have darker skin. They're either prostitutes or ladyboys, and they're the type of girls that if you sleep with them, they might try to charge you money afterwards, although I haven't had that because I kind of figured it out pretty early. But you'll notice there's a lot of white guys, even good-looking white guys, with girls that are clearly from the farms or the country with dark skin. These are like the light-skinned, educated, wealthier girls. And these are the type of areas where you meet them. So, for instance, I have a date with a girl who is she runs a business. She works almost 7 days a week. I'm working on one girl who I met who is a doctor. At the moment, it's hard to get a doctor out. She said that she can't come out because people are dying and I'm saving lives, and there's objections that I can overcome, but if she's talking about saving lives and cancelling saving lives to come out on a date with me, that's an objection that I'm having a little bit of trouble with. I'm trying to figure that one out. Lots of highly educated, intelligent, smart girls in this area. I'm staying in the business district as well, where the girls are usually lighter skinned. They're not dark skinned girls. The dark skinned girls usually come from lower socioeconomic status. They're less educated. Another thing is you should probably open with something. So for instance, this is a white dude over here. Let's see the girl he's with. She's a dark-skinned girl, but there's also a way that you can tell by her face. Her facial structure is different from the Han Chinese girls that are higher quality. So that's the typical white dude dating the brown girl, like this fat dude here. See her? She's like dark skin, and she's got kind of like the facial structure that's a little bit. It's not Han Chinese. It's like the country girl. This is what the like what he's doing there. Yeah, that girl's like, you know, like kind of the, not necessarily the farm girl, but the lower socioeconomic status type women. That's what most white guys date when they come out here. And that's perfectly okay if you like that, but I would say that the higher quality ones are the light-skinned, educated, smart ones that dress well. And I went out to Khao San with one of them. The girl paid for the taxi. She was offering to pay for everything. She was, you know, working and educated, things like that. So to get them as well, obviously you're going to have to open with something like Swali Cup, you know, which is hello. I've been opening with something kind of simple, like I'd be like Kakum Cup, or just saying sorry off the opener. And I've got a whole list of phrases that I've just started to try and teach myself today. Hello, how are you? How much is this? Things like that, so that I can at least show that I'm trying to learn the language. And that will differentiate you from the rest of the pack here. A lot of the white guys that I've met so far, although I've met a few high quality white dudes, some cool dudes from America and Germany that are running businesses and making shit happen. But the majority of the white dudes I've seen here are like trash from Britain, like absolute trash, or trash from Australia that you know, you just wouldn't speak to even if you lived in Australia or Britain. And these are the guys that don't want to learn the language. They just come over and say hello, and they learn a few words here and there, maybe if they're lucky. But generally they're just like kind of trashy dudes. If you can learn a few words, that would, or at least show that you're trying. The longer you stay here, the better, obviously, the more words you're going to learn. But learning a little bit is going to differentiate you. Day gaming in an area like this with higher quality girls is definitely going to be better for you. They're less likely to be like ladyboys in this area as well, or prostitutes or anything like that. I think this is another white guy. No, it's not. It's hard to tell with all the masks. At the moment, it's Tinder, online dating doesn't really work because a lot of the white guys are coming here. They don't do cold approach. So what do? They spend money on Tinder and Bumble and all these apps. And so if you just have a profile in this area, you're not going to get anything, because all the white guys are just trying to suck up as many contacts as possible. Also, most of the girls that use online dating are trash. You're going to get nothing but trash. Mostly, like 99% of the girls that are online are either ladyboys or trash in Bangkok. So, sure, try pipeline a few numbers, but be careful that if you pull a girl back, she might try to offer you, she might want you to pay. And so you don't even that type of girl you don't even want, really. I managed to navigate my way out of that and not pull any girls back that are like that on arrival. But as soon as you get there, you got to hit the ground running and approach. The nightclubs are closed at the moment still, which means that my only real avenue at the moment is Daygame. And so this spot here is great. I've got quite a few leads. Tonight I've got a date with a girl who is educated. She's done a bit of traveling, well-dressed, like immaculately dressed, smart, intelligent. She's got all this shit going on. She's coming around. There's another girl that's also a business owner as well, and Something also, because a lot of the guys I've spoken to, they've told me that there's lots of lady boys around. Like, this girl's cute too. See, walking down by herself, you can make an approach. If you look at the ratio too, it's mostly women too. You know, like, she's cute. She looks like she's, you know, well dressed, looks educated, looks like she puts herself together quite well. I would argue that you're better off just getting one good girl while you're here instead of slaying your way through the Terminal 21, the Sukhumvit trash, because the trash, it's just not worth it, you know. You might get STDs, they're going to try to charge you money, it's bad for your mentality. So these are some basic thoughts after being here 5-6 days, something like that now. And a spot like this is gold. The female ratio is through the roof over here as well. Mostly girls. There's lots of single sets. You know, lots of girls walking by themselves you can just go over and say hello to. Learn some of the local language. It would get you a long way. It would differentiate you from a lot of the white guy trash. These guys are giving us a bad reputation, but also because they're low quality white dudes from Western countries, it's easier to figure out ways to stand out and get above them. So within literally a couple of days, I got dates with doctors and business owners and kind of educated, nice girls, and not those slutty ones around Asuk area. What is it? The Suk, Nana. That whole area is kind of trash. I don't recommend Khao San, which is the backpackers area. I went down there. It was really trashy as well, kind of disgusting. The type of girls that would go there, you don't want anything to do with either. I tried out Chinatown, which was very interesting last night. That was a good little Daygame spot. Not too many couples though. Does make it a little bit difficult. But there's still quite a few opportunities in the Chinatown area. It's like a big night market on this long street. You can day game up and down it for a couple of hours. Get yourself some food. The food's not that good at all. I didn't hear anyone speak Mandarin. I'm not sure if Thailand has a very good relationship with China. And the women in Australia, in Thailand too, I would argue that it seems like a very interesting area. It makes me think that this is more of like a poorer version of, say, I'd say very similar to like Japan day game wise. The girls are very scared of the approach. They're worried that if you're approaching them, they're worried that you're going to do something to them or something. They're very scared. So I get the impression that there's lots of violence against women in Thailand because of how scared the girls are. And if you can learn a bit of their language and let them know who you are and try to show them that you're not a threat, that will go a long way as well towards getting more success. And I think I've kind of covered a few things off the top of my head. It's just a quick little video like what I'm doing at the moment. But what I'm doing here is I'm teaching you a spot. Like here's a good day game spot where you can fish, feed yourself for a day. But I'm not teaching you how to fish. You're going to have to do some coaching with me. Check out the website. Check out either the immersion or boot camps, and you can do online coaching with me. If you were to arrive in Thailand or you're going to Thailand in a couple months or whatever, you can book a few calls with me and we can run through what I recommend you do before you arrive to prepare yourself to maximize the amount of success you will have with cute girls, not lower quality girls in Thailand. Because I've only been here a week, but I'm quite experienced, so I understand what I'm doing. And I've learned quite a lot in that week because I'm not really sightseeing or anything. I'm literally just here to game. Purely game every single day, meet as many girls as possible, and get as much success with the highest quality girls I possibly can. And I would recommend also that this area, Siam, there's also Saladeng. That whole sort of line is a good area. It's the business district. I recommend that you go over there, definitely, especially to Daygame. And yeah, online dating doesn't really work. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I could go in a lot more depths, but if you were to come to Thailand and you wanna maximize your trip with someone who knows what they're talking about, a lot of the advice here for guys to come and get laid in Thailand is get on Tinder. When you arrive, you meet some girl. The problem is the girls that you meet are gonna either be trash or prostitutes or something like that. You don't really want to meet them. You might catch STDs. It could be dangerous. You don't know, they could be dangerous. They could want to steal your money or whatever. I met a couple of American dudes. They thought that the best strategy for them was to go to Terminal 21 and negotiate with prostitutes. That's literally all they did. They just negotiated with prostitutes the entire time. And I was like, what the hell are you doing? But after speaking to them, they still couldn't wrap their head around cold approach. And that is perfect for you if you're looking to try something else that might work better than just using Tinder and that type of stuff. Because ultimately I would say the goal would be for you to meet as many cute girls as possible, if not a really cute girl that you just spend your entire trip with. And if you're living here or you're planning on living here, this is the type of stuff that can really, really make your trip so much better. So if you're going to Thailand, hit me up. If you want some coaching, we can do a consultation call. Or if you're doing some sort of a, if you want to do a travel immersion with myself, I offer boot camps and I offer immersions as well, where literally I teach you in person how to do cold approach. So like this area here, I would come with you here and we would go and cold approach girls all the way down here and all around this area. And I will literally hold your hand and show you how it's done. So you got really two options. You know, you get on a call to me, I give you the basic philosophy, I teach you how it is. If you're a bit more game, if you're a bit more adventurous, hit me up. We can do an immersion in Bangkok. And I'll teach you in person how to meet girls in Bangkok. So let me run it down and show you, just to end it off. So again, there's the station up there. They all come down, and literally, if you could pick a few girls off, make the approach. And then it goes all the way down here. And then it opens up down the bottom, but I have noticed that a lot of people, they go all the way down, and you can literally walk and talk down to the bottom, number close at the bottom, come back, and it's very efficient actually. It's very efficient. I already met one girl that semi-agreed to meet me tonight. So I've kind of booked 3 for tonight. I'm overbooked already. But anyway, if you want to do some coaching, check out the website, check out the immersion, fill out the form, and we can do some online coaching. It doesn't matter how old you are. A lot of older guys come here and pay for pros and stuff. I don't recommend you do that. I recommend you learn cold approach and meet some nice girls, you know? Meet some nice people instead of meeting trash all the time and giving us white guys a bad reputation. I would say cold approach would give us a better reputation than going to Terminal 21 and negotiating with prostitutes. Definitely. So hit me up. It'll get you better results with better girls, and it'll stop you from turning up here and giving the rest of us a bad name. So check out the website, hit me up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.